Hey guys, Magna here, and welcome to another Sonic Exodus development video. Sorry it's taken so long to get this one out, but hey, it's summer. We've all been out and about doing stuff. That's why I look like this. But anyway, last time we talked about item hunting, and this time we're going to be talking about landmarks. Yet another very, very important part of a game with exploration-focused gameplay like Sonic Exodus. But before we get onto that, let's hear what Roger Van Wild has to say about it.
Okay, imagine. I'm playing a video game and it wants me to explore a desert. Now I want that desert to look like this. Rocks in the middle, where I start, a couple rock formations, a few palm trees there, a random smudge of green, a sand temple. See, they are landmarks. They have a meaning. They bring a context. So when I see these things, I get data. And based on that data, I can make a decision. Look, it's temple. That's probably where I need to go. Or perhaps, hey, that smudge of green looks suspicious. There's probably a hidden treasure there that will help me. Etc. Data. I use data to make a decision, and that decision will be punished or rewarded. That, to me, is how exploring works in a video game. It's how my brain is trained to deal with exploration locations in life. When I go hiking in the country and I'm lost, I look around. Oh, the clock tower of a church. There must be a village there. Oh, train tracks. Those will eventually lead to a city. Oh, a bus stop. Those occasionally have a city map in them, etc. I look for things that have meaning, a context to me, and based on that I can make a decision where to go. Now let's get back to the desert. What if it's filled with just random stuff? I just go into a random direction and hope it will randomly bring me to whatever I'm supposed to run into? That's not exploring, that's just doing something. I'm just hoping that the thing that needs to happen quickly happens so that the game can go back to, being a game and doing things again.
I bring up this point simply because it resonates with me really, really strongly. Because landmarks are just so important for a game with this kind of gameplay and with this kind of stage design. Because, well, a lot of people, mostly when talking about places like the backyard, have understandably compared this to being like a hub world from any past 3D Sonic game. And whether they're right or not, this could just as easily be a bad thing or a good thing. It could be a bad thing if they're comparing it to the hub worlds from Sonic 06 because, well, those are the kind of places that are really vast but they're just crammed full of so much random copied and pasted junk, just buildings and trees and whatnot, that it's really easy to get lost in this sort of place. Just that you need a map in the corner of the screen at all is already a really bad sign. Sure, after you've wandered around for a good 10 minutes or so, you start to finally get some sense of where you need to go and what this place is like, but it shouldn't feel like that. It should just feel perfectly natural and easy to get around on your first romp through, and that's the kind of feel that we're going for with Sonic Exodus. Because it's like at the same time, we're kind of treating it like a normal, typical point A to point B Sonic stage, but we're also kind of sort of treating it like a hub world from a game like, say, Sonic Adventure. Those hub worlds were much smaller, but one thing that people really, really loved about them was that they had interesting places, they had set pieces, they had landmarks, things that made them memorable, things that they could easily recognize these places by, like the subway station, Tails' workshop, the Master Emerald Shrine, the Echidna Temple, Big's house, the casino, Dr. Eggman's swimming pool. Just all these really neat things, these features that give these places kind of a face and identity that they can be recognized by, places that make them stick in people's minds, far more than any random building from, say, Soliana could. And that's the kind of feel we're going for with this, because even though it's going to be much bigger, we're still just going to decorate the island with lots of neat little things that will give the player a sense of scale and where they need to go and where they have been. If they just pass some random thing, just some random rock formation that looks kind of funky, they'll recognize that, they'll remember it, so that if they come back that way, they'll know they've been here before. A better example would probably be certain landmarks like the demolished bed and breakfast. That's the kind of thing that will really stick in people's minds. But the best landmark we've made so far, the one that sticks out to me, my personal favorite, is the Spiral Island. Just this really crazy looking pillar that juts out of the ocean. You can see that from really, really, really far away, and not just from like the starting point. And hopefully players will be drawn to a place like this because it's places like this that will tell a story for Sonic Exodus. We do want to tell a kind of story, but not with text boxes or notes that you pick up or through cutscenes. You're just gonna see things around you and try to guess what happened here, what led this place to look the way it does. Because you get to the top of the Spiral Island and you see the ruins of a shack and you're thinking, well geez, someone used to live here or something. Maybe someone would sleep up here, then in the morning they'd walk down to the ocean, they'd go fishing, they'd swim to the mainland, just have a grand old time. People had a life here. This island was once alive. So what the heck happened? And that's just another thing that's going to make exploring this game fun. Is that you're not just, aimlessly fumbling about in a sea of random crap. You're looking for things. You're looking at things. And even though we don't have many landmarks to show yet because, well, we just haven't made that much of the island yet, we are making progress, and we do have some really intriguing set pieces planned for the later on. Like, maybe we might have a lighthouse or something at the very end of the level, marking where the goal ring is. Just nice little things like that. And we just hope that it's going to add depth to this game and that it's going to make it easier to explore and not get lost in this sort of place. Like, even in the backyard, which is, in a way, the worst that this stage has to offer. We still tried to give it some neat features, like the half-pipe-shaped river that runs through it, or, the giant rock formations that are just off the edge of it. Just things like that, so that you'll know, where you're going. And that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Toodles, guys.